It's your girl Desiree, owner of Riches and Tashe. So I decided to make a video and kind of started off like, well, I decided to make a video about how to start a clothing brand. And I know it's 1,000 videos like this on YouTube. So but I kind of think this is going to be useful because it's like basically my version of how I would start my clothing brand all over again if I had to. And you can never gain too much knowledge from watching a lot of different videos. So I decided to start. I decided to make a fuck. I can't talk. So I decided to make a video on how to start a clothing brand, and it's pretty simple, y'all. So I feel like it's so. I'm not gonna say easy, but it's simple. If that makes sense, like you can do it if you really, really want to. Like this is something that you're passionate about, and you really like have the motivation to do, and you have the discipline. Like a lot of people, they want to do things and they have the love for things, but people lack discipline. Like you can be consistent. Well, you can't be consistent without discipline, first of all, because so people be pushing like just stay consistent, just stay focused. Listen, none of that's gonna matter if you don't have the discipline to do it. So if this is what you want and you got the discipline, like I said, I'm gonna show you how to start a clothing brand. Pretty simple way. So I'm not gonna drag this video out. So let's get into it. So number one, I feel like the first thing, if you want to start a clothing brand, what you need to do is what I did not do. I'm not gonna lie. You need to do research. Okay, you need to be on YouTube, and if you're watching this video, you're obviously on the right foot. So, do research, y'all. Like I'm talking about months of research because you need to gain all the knowledge you can. Don't rush this. It's not going nowhere. People gonna always buy clothes. So don't rush it thinking, okay, I need to hurry up, people pass me or whatever the case may be, whatever you're thinking. Don't rush it, first of all. Alright. So do your research. Second, kinda think of like the name, the name you want your brand to be, and the meaning behind it. Of course, you hear people say all the time, no motion, no departments, no galleries, and even my name is Riches and Tashe. But honestly, if I could do it over again, I would not pick Riches because, well, Riches and Tashe, and it means tainted wealth in French. I would probably just stick with the tainted wealth because so many brands out here have riches in their name, rich and riches. So don't even pick that. Like I'm telling you, I did not know that when I first started doing this. And second, what I'll kind of say, it goes into like the meaning is your aesthetic. So what that means is you kind of decide what type of brand you want to be. Do you want to be a brand that just drop pieces, meaning like $150 t-shirts, $300 sweatsuits, or just like what type of like crowd are you appealing to, or do you just want to be a streetwear brand? You drop, you to be honest, I think streetwear brand, that's kind of where I am. Like my sweatsuits will never be higher than $140, 150, things like that, because like I still want to I want to attract the common buyer. I don't want to be a almost a designer type of brand, like somewhere like that. I don't care to be that type of brand, and my brand is not for that. And I think those type of brands, you really do have to put more work behind because you're trying to appeal to the audience that's not that broad. It's not a lot of, you may seem like a lot of people on Instagram or whatever, TikTok, got pieces on, fly shit all the time, but trust me, it's way more people that's going to buy that $40 t-shirt, $50 t-shirt than buying that $150 t-shirt. Now, like I said, it just depends. So, what you want to be. You may want to be that. I mean, hey, it's up to you. So, next, I would say you need to decide what you want to drop, like what you want your first drop to be. And kind of start planning that. And I would see in the fall, winter time, you will make the most money because your profit margins. So basically, your profit margin, like you'll buy a sweatsuit and you'll probably pay $40 for the sweatsuit, and you can sell it for $120. So you're making triple your money back. Well, okay, and then in the summertime, they're a little smaller. Your profit margins because you're not selling. Like I said, you depends on what you're trying to do, but normally, like your streetwear brand, normally you're not selling $100 t-shirts to where you're gonna have that big profit margin. The t-shirts should be maybe $40-$50. So yeah, decide what you want to drop. Next, after you decide what you want to drop, you either can create it yourself. They have tools for that. Procreate is one of them. If you're good at designing, then you kind of already know what kind of direction you want to go in. If you're not good at designing, they do have pages on Instagrams where you can purchase designs from. Just put in .std inside the search bar on your Instagram explore page, and a whole bunch of designers will come up. But only bad thing about that is like those are considered pre-made designs, so a lot of brands are saying the same thing you're saying, and a lot of those people like they kind of it's just for one buyer, but they do recycle the designs, you know. So you may end up having a design or putting something out that's exactly like another brand, straight lookalike. So after that though, after you come up with your design, and you can go to Fiverr, Fiverr, and you can look for designers on there. So if you kind of already got an idea of what you want, you just hit up a designer. The .std pages can do it for you too, and they'll make what you want. It'll cost probably about $40. So next, you find a manufacturer. So manufacturer is probably the hardest part because you don't want to be scammed. There is brands out here that sell their manufacturer list for maybe $25. Honestly, I would probably do that. I would just pay the $25 or whatever they're charging to buy a manufacturer list. Therefore, you can bypass kind of all the scammers and all of that. But I will say, just no matter what manufacturer you use, always split your payments. I don't care how small the payment is, you split it. I sometimes when I do buy samples, I split the payment on the sample, and some of them be saying like, oh well, we only take full payment for the sample. I can't work with you then because I'm not paying full payment up front, half and half. So you find that manufacturer. Then the first thing you do, you never do a drop without getting samples. You have to get a sample, because if you don't, you get a full bulk order and it's not nothing that you want. It is because a lot of these Pakistan manufacturers, they will send you what they want to send you or design it how they want to design it, and messed up. I'm telling you. So make sure when you find a manufacturer, you send them the design. Whenever you buy the design from the STD page, they're going to send you files via email. You save those files to your phone, and if you've got an iPhone, you have an app that's labeled files or whatever. You save them in there. You find the manufacturer. Y'all talk. You ask them how much for the sample. Then after you ask them the price for the sample, that's cool with you, and y'all set up, the prices and everything. Then you make sure you always ask how much the bulk order is going to cost, because you get the sample from them, and then everything is good. You love it. It's time to order bulk, and it's a price that you are not willing to pay. So you just wasted all that time and that money with this manufacturer, and you're not going to get the bulk from them. So you kind of make sure you have your stuff sorted out before, it's just basically, this is the business side of it. So yeah. Next, after you get everything situated with the manufacturer, you get your sample in. Then with the sample, you basically is just promoting and marketing that sample. Okay. Now this is where you can really decide if you want to be a pre-order or you want to do pre-made. There's nothing wrong with a pre-order. I just don't do pre-orders, and I just rather it's just with a pre-order, it don't matter how many times you stress that this is a pre-order. It's going to take 3 to 4 weeks. This is a pre-order. The customers will still email you, DM you every day asking about this order, and my patience is too. I can't do that. So I just do pre-made, and also not even because of that, not wanting to deal with the customers. I honestly just don't want my customers waiting that long. I just don't, because it's kind of out of my hands. I don't like having people's money and then like, dang, hounding the manufacturer about, okay, when is this coming in? I need this, and then they're rushing and then they mess up. It's just too much. So I rather just take the risk myself. Go ahead, pay for the pre-made, get the order in, then drop. So, but if you do pre-order, you basically gonna market that sample. You can do it both ways. So and this next step is kind of, it don't matter, pre-order or pre-made. What I would do is, since you're a new brand, you have nobody knows who you are. You need to build up your Instagram. You need to build up your post scripts. Basically, that's going to help you market. So your post scripts, it's a SMS. Basically, so if you ever shopped with a brand before and you leave your number with them, they'll basically text you, hey, new drop, live, go shop, whatever. So it's gonna come straight to your phone. It's a form of marketing. You can also do email, but email is cool, but it's just people don't, this day and age, don't check emails that much, you know. So text message is the best way to go. You need the Postscripts app. Like, it's a lot of videos on YouTube, but I had to set it up, so you'll be able to do that pretty easily. But do not drop without this app. And honestly, when you're promoting, I say promote for a new brand, probably like 6 to 8 weeks, like every day, promote it. So what that is going to do basically is you're going to close your website. Let me see if I can show you, because right now I'm in this same stage right now on my brand. I'm about to drop March 8th. So let's see if you can see it. This is my lock screen on the website. And then you see here it says VIP membership. So basically, they click that VIP membership, and it's the text message. It pops up automatically generated. What you do is you're going to send that text message, and once they send it, they're automatically subscribed to my website. So on drop day, then all I do is just go to Postscripts, create a little text message, hey, drop now live, put the link to the website, send it out. It goes to every subscriber that you have via SMS on your Shopify. So that is very important, and you need that. And honestly, I probably wouldn't drop until I at least have 100 SMS subscribers. You need to build that list up before you drop, at least 100 of them. And then in that amount of time, 6 to 8 weeks, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, promoting, posting TikToks, Instagram Reels, that's the thing right now that's like popping, Instagram Reels, and pictures or whatever. And after every reel, after every picture, after every TikTok video, whatever you're doing, basically you're going to send them to your website and let them know to sign up for your SMS. So you can offer them discounts or whatever to give them more incentive to sign up. That way, okay, cool, I know people go to my website and they see the price. Like, I had $100 sweatsuits. That's what I start out with on my drop. So they'll go to the website, they'll see like, okay, well, if I sign up I get 20% off. Hell yeah, I'm for the sign up. You know, they're gonna sign up just to get that 20% off, even though the website already open. So I mean, you just gotta give them, basically, if it's 10%, they may not really worry about it. So I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna give y'all 20%. Make sure y'all sign up. Y'all gonna want that 20% and shop. And so that's basically pretty much it. And then you have your drop day, and shit, go crazy, you know. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just pretty simple in my eyes, you know. You just follow these steps. It's other ways too. You can kind of I guess, not do it, but to help build up for your drop. You know, you have influencer marketing. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. There's other ways to market, you know, other than Postscripts and the emails, posting, TikToks, Instagram Reels, Instagram posts. You know, you got influencer marketing. You know, you can influencer marketing or whatever. That's a good one, but you kind of got to have that established with the influencer already. They can either do it, or they put your stuff on, put your t-shirt on, shorts, whatever you're gonna drop, or they won't. And that's the only thing that's kind of like difficult with that. I've used influencer marketing, I think, like once or twice, you know. But and then you can do IG boost posts, you know, boost the post off a little bit. Only thing with the boost post or Instagram is you can't post a picture and you got 10 likes or whatever, then you boost it, because that's not going to work that way. Instagram boost post is exactly what it's saying. It's going to boost a post basically that's already doing good. So if your post is not doing good, it's not getting any traction, it's not going to, like, you know, it's not going to do nothing, no matter really how much money you put behind it. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how you can really start a clothing brand right now in 2024, y'all. It's simple. You just really, that research is going to teach you a lot, because that's what I didn't do when I first started my brand. But so y'all do those. It's just about 7 to 8 steps. Y'all do that, y'all good. So then, like I did say, so you can either do the pre-made or pre-order, but for your first drop, I will honestly go pre-made. And you don't have to drop a huge amount. You can just get about 30 t-shirts. You have to be willing to invest in your brand though. So if you don't have the money to invest in about 30 t-shirts, probably come out to about $450, $500, somewhere around there. You got to do something to get the money, y'all. Y'all got to be willing to invest into this, because it's not a get rich quick scheme. I know y'all probably see that. Y'all see these 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds, and they're basically rich, and it's like, damn, they're making a lot of money. I want to do that. But if you're doing it for the money, that's automatically the wrong reason to do it, because it's not going to work that way for you. So yeah, y'all, like I said, my suggestion was to do the pre-made. Invest a little for 450, 500. Go cut grass, go do whatever you need to do, babysit. It don't matter. You can go get a job, work for about a month, stack some money, quit. It don't even matter. Do something to invest into the brand, because especially with your first drop, you have to build that customer trust. And your first drop, you don't, and you got them waiting 6 weeks or whatever, and this is your first drop, you're a brand new brand, they're not going to trust you. They're not going to come back. So yep, that's pretty much it, y'all. I'm probably gonna make another video a couple of days. Just wanted to give y'all a little rundown on how to start a brand. Research a lot of these videos that says how to start a clothing brand, because even my definition is pretty, like, it's just boom, 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 But a lot of these videos, they probably go into more detail. I'll just kind of give you a broad overview on how to start a brand. So, all right, that'll be it. Until next time.